Here we go! Ghostbusters is a 1984 American supernatural comedy film directed and produced by Ivan Reitman and written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. It stars Bill Murray, Aykroyd, and Ramis as Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, and Egon Spengler, a trio of eccentric parapsychologists who start a ghost-catching business in New York City. The Ecto-Glow Heroes group also included Egon Spengler, glow-in-the-dark figure, Louis Tully, glow-in-the-dark figure, Dr. Peter Venkman, glow-in-the-dark figure, Ray Stantz, glow-in-the-dark figure, Winston Zeddemore, glow-in-the-dark figure. The group of toys is rather rare due to the limited release. Note the Glowcopter vehicle promoted on the back of the cards, which was a tie-in vehicle toy, is believed to have not been released. Now kids can enter the ghost world with the real Ghostbusters Ecto-Glow Heroes. Just turn off the lights and watch them shine. Each figure comes with a hero backpack, mask, Neutrona blaster and unique companion ghost. This toy was exclusively sold in America and was the last group released by Kenner. Note that JAXA of Argentina released its own exclusive group of toys which reused the classic mold like this group and the two group before it. What's on the back of the card? 1. Put the proton pack on the figure's back, the Neutrona blaster on his arm and the mask over his face. Expose figure and ghost to light. Turn off the light so you can see them glow in the dark. Twist the handle on the weapon for a zapping ray action on the captured ghost. 2. Snap the Neutrona blaster onto the side of the proton pack for storage. G.I Joe is an American media franchise and a line of action figures owned and produced by the toy company Hasbro. The initial product offering represented 4 of the branches of the U.S. Armed Forces with the Action Soldier, U.S. Army, Action Sailor, U.S. Navy, Action Pilot, U.S. Air Force, Action Marine, U.S. Marine Corps, and later on, the Action Nurse. The name is derived from the usage of G.I Joe for the generic U.S. soldier, itself derived from the more general term, G.I. The development of G.I Joe led to the coining of the term, action figure. G.I Joe's appeal to children has made it an American icon among toys. Did you know? The u.s.s flag was named in the honor of the creator who made the G.I Joe team in the comic. General Flag. The aircraft carrier u.s.s flag was first released boxed in U.S. toy stores in 1985 by Hasbro. It included the Admiral, keel hull. The aircraft carrier u.s.s flag was also sold in 1986 and was discontinued in 1987. The crown jewel of G.I Joe. The Holy Grail. The one and only the u.s.s flag aircraft carrier. The u.s.s flag is the largest G.I Joe playset ever created. It is 7 feet long and 3.5 feet wide. This thing is humongous. Toys playset feature. Let's start at the tower. Tower include a bunch of antenna, u.s.s flag, net radar in missile box that swivel and elevates for precision targeting. Inside you can see Admiral Keel's chair featuring a dashboard used for command control, also a steering wheel. Beside is just an empty room with a ladder going down to another level. Going down is another empty room. Beside is a weapons room with a working weapon rack. Moving to the right, another room that serves as a computer room with a ladder that lead you up back to Admiral Command Room. Blast shield protecting Joes from jet after burner upon takeoff. Speaking of jet, did you know? They have a cool feature. They added aircraft arrestor cable, a working hook to catch your Sky Striker as it landed. Sky Striker sold separately. Also electronic sound system with working microphone that makes a realistic sound. Microphone has a 4-type sound setting, 2 alarm setting, 2 type of siren, 1 backup alarm, and 1 actual mic setting. Require a 1-piece 9-volt battery. Battery not included. The original u.s.s flag, CVN-99, was a straightforward Nimitz-class supercarrier. Though there were minor discrepancies between the vehicle, As shown on the series and the toy and the actual real-world Nimitz class, these are fairly minor and can easily be explained by relatively inattentive animators and a rush to get the toy into production as quickly as possible. Masters of the Universe, sometimes referred to as the He-Man or She-Ra series, is a sword and sorcery-themed media franchise created by Mattel. The main premise revolves around the conflict between He-Man, the alter ego of Prince Adam, against Skeletor on the planet Eternia, with a vast lineup of supporting characters in a hybrid setting of medieval sword and sorcery and sci-fi technology. A follow-up series, She-Ra, Princess of Power, revolves around He-Man's sister She-Ra and her rebellion against the Horde on the planet Etheria. Since its initial launch, the franchise has spawned a variety of products, including multiple lines of action figures, 5 animated television series, several comic series, video games, books and magazines, a daily newspaper comic strip, and 2 feature films, 1 animated, 1 live action. This was Mattel's idea to revamp a dying toy line, though it didn't sell that good nor did it got recognized by many, so only a few came out. Laser Power He-Man was released only in Europe, in Italy, France, and Spain a year after the end of the Masters of the Universe toy line in the U.S. He was a figure most North American fans were not aware of until they discovered it online years later. That was certainly because the figure was produced in limited numbers overseas. It's one of the most expensive vintage He-Man toys to acquire today. With the flick of an arm, you can see He-Man Power Laser in action. The feature never seen in any other Master of the Universe figure back then. This incredible and mysterious lighting sword is powered by one AAA battery which is being carried in his backpack. Laser-powered He-Man featured a complete redesign from toe to head. The M in He-Man's belt stands for Musclor, which for the French it stands for He-Man. The French featured a Dolph Lundgren head while the Spanish maintained the original head. Both versions are the same for everything, except for the head. It came with 4 accessories: the chest piece, the backpack, the arm shield, and the light-up sword. Remember, you need all accessories for all of it to stay up, since all 4 are connected in some ways. M.A.S.K is a media franchise created by Kenner. The main premise revolved around the fight between the titular protagonist Underground Task Force and the criminal organization v.e.n.o.m. After its initial launch in 1985, the franchise spawned a variety of products and presentations, including 4 series of action figures, an animated television series, video games, comics, and a live-action theatrical. M.A.S.K, an acronym for Mobile Armored Strike Command, is a special task force featuring an array of characters, led by Matt Tracker, with transforming vehicles engaged in an ongoing battle against the criminal organization v.e.n.o.m, an acronym for Vicious Evil Network of Mayhem, with an emphasis on super-powered masks worn by the characters on the show. M.A.S.K Laser Command is the last item release in Kenner M.A.S.K line. By the time it got release, the M.A.S.K series is not on the TV anymore, so this item didn't get a preview on the show and any of the cartoons, so people are already past M.A.S.K. Other thing will cool then. So this thing didn't sell well. Laser Command is composed of 2 vehicles. 1. Ratfong aka Jeep vehicles piloted by v.e.n.o.m Miles Mayhem. Miles Mayhem is cruel, ruthless, aggressive and cunning. He is the boss of v.e.n.o.m and he makes sure nobody ever forgets it. When he gives one of his agents a task, he expects it to be completed successfully. He's rather vengeful towards M.A.S.K and doesn't deal well with a plan being foiled. However, he seems to be somewhat forgiving towards his own agents, indicated by all of them staying in his service. 2. Hornet aka Crate Container is a jet-like transformable and back to create Container Hornet is piloted by Matt Tracker. Matt Tracker is the founder and leader of M.A.S.K, Mobile Armored Strike Command. Hornet has laser infrared sender while Ratfong has infrared receiver. When you shoot Ratfong explode. Ratfang explosive parts consist of 2 removable Ratfong tire, 1 removable Ratfong door, 1 removable Ratfong hood. This toy is powered by 9-volt battery. Star Wars is an American epic space opera media franchise created by George Lucas, which began with the eponymous 1977 film and quickly became a worldwide pop culture phenomenon. The franchise has been expanded into various films and other media, including television series, video games, novels, comic books, theme park attractions, and themed areas, comprising an all-encompassing fictional universe. In 2020, its total value was estimated at $70 billion, and it is currently the fifth highest-grossing media franchise of all time. The Star Wars franchise has spawned multiple live-action and animated films. The franchise started with a film trilogy set in medias res, beginning in the middle of the story, which was later expanded to a trilogy of trilogies, better known as the Skywalker Saga. The original trilogy was released between 1977 and 1983. The original film, Star Wars, retroactively subtitled Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Rocket-firing Boba Fett has attained a mythic, unicorn-like status in the galaxy of Star Wars collectibles. In 1979, the fearsome, intergalactic bounty hunter figure was offered as part of a mail-in rebate program. Toy company Kenner designed the Fett figure in 1978 with a special key feature, a tiny, spring-loaded plastic missile that launched from the bounty hunter's backpack. But worries that kids might choke on the tiny projectile sent rocket-firing Fett to the proverbial Sarlacc pit, and only a non-firing version was made available to the public. The prototypes that weren't destroyed in the late 1970s fell into various hands over the years, including former Kenner employees. Today it's believed only a few dozen still exist, in varying conditions. One carded sample, the piece that actually shone in New York Toy Fair in 1979, has been verified in featured January 6, 2016 episode of Pawn Star. This is also the only one that has ever been verified that was made public. The owner offered $150,000, but it turned out to be a no deal after all.